We're back. It is the CMO 102 Super League, but with a difference, something we have never done before. You may remember way back before he was causing carnage in the cup with Northern Burn and then taking over Astor to eventually get them nowhere in the table. Mike Savage very kindly took on the unenviable task of getting a reserve squad, only players in Super League reserve teams, into the World Cup and to try and win it. We had a couple of preparation episodes where he's had friendlies against teams where the players didn't even really exist. And now we are all good to go for the main event. I've had a wonderful evening tonight. I've been to watch Fern Brady. My co-commentator, however, the man who this all centres around, is a little bit under the weather. So sending our utmost positive vibes for one night only, Australia boss, Mr. Mike Savage. Good evening, sir.
G'day, Fifey.
G'day. Good day indeed. Mr. Bibbins, very, very awake and alert, sat in the stadium, I noticed he said. It has to be said, sir, that was one hell of a video you put out.
God, you like that? It's a bit of effort in that.
Absolutely. And so for anyone who does tune into this and hasn't seen the previous, didn't know the upshot of what we were attempting to do while we got you a job, basically, let's just remind ourselves. So we're now in the World Cup. You were given the job because there wasn't a club available to you, and given the rules, you could only pick players within the reserves. I believe this was your first game. It looks comfortable, and it was comfortable, but for the longest time, it didn't look, if you think all that time back, that you were going to get that win, did it?
No.
Yeah.
But if you look at that team though now, and you think where some of those big players are now, weren't available for me this time.
That's right. So, I mean, if we look through your first team, Schmeichel is in the squad. Pancaro, I don't believe is. Pasotto is. No Zanetti, no Woodgate, no Dalmat. All in the first teams now from memory. Conseco was first reserve. He got dropped. He was basically squad member 24. Marcelino first team. Tristan. Rossini ended up having a fantastic season at Haggis. And then we start getting into the substitutes. Dan again, yes, he remembers it. He remembers it very well. Sevo was insane. Let's just flash that up again. 26 attempts, 18 on target, only 3 scored, and yet the goalkeeper only rated a 7. It was an interesting night, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's, you might not have wanted to remind people of that, because I don't think this is how the rest of it tonight's going to go. But, yeah.
From there, you had to go to the playoffs, and the away leg was, well, it was absolute carnage. I mean, again, it looks comfortable, but those 2 goals came at very inopportune times for you, didn't they?
Yeah. You never want to lose the first day. It doesn't matter who you're playing, where you are. If you lose that first goal, it's just squeaky bum time for the rest of the game, isn't it?
It most certainly is. But you did the job. You got your 5 away goals and then went and did it properly at home to win 8-2 on aggregate. Again, if we look at this team, Kloss not in the squad anymore. A number of these players still available to you. Romario not in the squad. And many for he may become a big player. Brozek, he not available to you anymore either.
Oh, well, he is, isn't he?
Oh, sorry. No, yes, Brozek. I do apologise.
He wasn't. I believe he was pulled out of the reserves and then put back in. That
is exactly it. Dan's inspired. Might do a save as a European giant for Sever goal. Of course, it is Super League. It's Super Bowl night as well. So we have got along the ticker as we put out on socials. Let us know who you think is winning. Me not following that particular sport, when I put the tweet out earlier, I did have to do the research to find out who was actually in the Super Bowl tonight. I believe it's Chiefs and Eagles are the options. Are you a fan of American football, Mike?
I don't mind if they could cut out the adverts. It'd be fantastic, but it's just too many adverts for me.
No.
So move a couple of meters, advert. It's a bit too much on the advertisement for me. It's a good game though. I've got a I've got a shirt. I can't remember which bloody team it is now though. Even who is it? It's white. New England Patriots. That's it. I got a Patriots shirt, but that's about as far as it goes.
Well, let's just bring everyone up to speed with the World Cup itself. So Australia, as you can see, are in Group C alongside South Korea and Ukraine. We're going to look at your squad in just a moment, obviously, because we're at game day. But when you got drawn that group, are you thinking, yeah, we could qualify from there?
Oh, no. I mean, that's like, I'm expecting South Korea to go on to win it. You know what I mean? It's a tough group, that. Really tough group.
tough group. So let's start at the beginning. So in Group A so far, Paraguay and Russia have beaten France and USA in match day 1. Proves shocks can happen. In Group B, wins for Austria and Portugal over Spain and South Africa. There's dog and luck. Franny Jeffers' golden boot is nailed on. Well, let's see if he's in the starting lineup. And then in Group C, no games so far. You kick off against Tunisia. We then do South Korea and finish with that game at Ukraine. Let's go to the match day then. Squad's already loaded up, but let's just talk through the options very briefly first. So goalkeepers, Kudicini stepping in as number 1, despite Schmeichel playing in the first couple of games for you. Jamie Langfield on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, he's a favourite of mine, Schmeichel, but he's just not first choice out of those 3, unfortunately.
No, understandable. When I was submitting your World Cup squad, the first thing I noticed when we came to defenders, where there seems to be a lack of natural centre-backs, and in just a second, we might understand why.
Yeah. Well, you pick your squad for your formations, don't you?
You certainly do. And let's just bring up the formation quickly. The purists will gasp at the lack of centre-backs, the lack of DMs, and the lack of AMs in the A for Oz formation.
That's it. Look at it, marvel at it in all its glory.
Let's any of these particular defenders. I know you've got a separate spreadsheet on your screen to help you with your selections. Torsten Frings is the interesting choice here.
Yeah, Mr. can play anywhere on the pitch at a push. So yeah, he's definite utility player, that lad.
Into the midfield, names that jump out. I'm a big fan personally of Koku. Schwartz set to play a big part. No place in the team for game week 1 for Koviashvili. And Rosicky, probably the most recognised. He's had the most first team exposure of anyone in your squad this season, with 1 start and 3 sub appearances.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that says enough for itself, doesn't it? These are players that have not had first team exposure much. It's but that's how I wanted it.
Yeah,
I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be the players that nobody is using for for any of it really.
Doug in there saying Pozzanzini could be unreal here. Absolute AI bully. Car highest. Oh no, let me try clicking on the right one. Highest PA in all of the Super League. Let's move on to the attackers. Because again, I noticed, obviously this was prior to the formations being submitted, there wasn't a lot of out-and-out strikers. Jeffers and Bridges is pretty much it.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at their strike rates this season. So Bridges, no first team appearances, but 12 goals in 16 non-competitive starts. That's not too bad. And Jeffers, 11 to his name in 15 non-competitive starts.
I mean, I have said to folk, the team was picked from people who have performed well in the reserve games. If somebody's come down from a first team, but they haven't performed in the reserves, then they don't get picked.
Who would you like to lead the side out for game number 1?
Oh, I thought I'd put it.
I may have missed it.
Schwartz
is skipper. So talk us through, before we go to kick off then, what is with the A formation?
Well, as you know, the country's name is Australia.
It is.
And it begins with the letter A.
It does.
So I tried to make the formation look as close to an A as possible.
And I think you've done very well. Did you not consider a kangaroo formation?
not with 10 outfield players to try and try and forge that shape. No.
Okay, let's move to game number 1 then, shall we? And see how this World Cup adventure goes. There is Smuts saying A for awesome. Let's get your predictions in then, people. Game number 1 of the World Cup in the Wizard of Oz Challenge. Tunisia, the first opposition for Mr. Savage's Australia. Mike's already had his say. Oh, you're going to predict these as well, are you? Going for 2-0.
Yeah,
Doug is saying, let's go. Let's do. And almost a perfect start for Australia. But already half an hour played, still 0-0. First yellow card of the game. They want a penalty. Referee waves it away. Approaching half-time. Is there going to be a goal for Bridges? Oh, so close. And then off the crossbar for Tunisia. So we've got a 4-1 Australia prediction from Duggan, 3-3 from Dan, 0-0 from Smuts. Half-time, so in the first game. Not exactly a cracker for the world audience.
Slow first half. It's
important not to lose your first game, isn't it?
Yeah, trademark slow first half. Picks up in the second. What are our stats?
Let's have a look then. And Carr there showing how it is done. A 9 rating at halftime. Michael Bridges, however, struggling on just a 5. Looking at the conditions here, Mike. No one below 80. Salvo on 86. Other than that, no one below 88. Would you like any halftime alterations? Duggan saying it's Jeffers' time already.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Bridges for Jeffers.
Franny Jeffers gets to come on in the second half. Anything else before I confirm?
No, that's it.
Okay, lovely. Let's go to 60 then and see if that alteration affects things. Tunisia have started quickly. And on the hour is Jeffers. Oh, he's missed. And we pause the game with a corner kick to Australia. Higher number of wingers than Bridges, marks out of 10, says Dan. An hour played and Jeffers missing a glorious opportunity. What are we thinking now? More alterations or?
Yeah. Do you know, I don't think so.
No?
No, I think I'm going to leave it.
Going to leave it, okay. Let's do so accordingly then. Half an hour still to play of game number 1. And Rosicky with a free kick. It goes out for a corner, which Rosicky takes again. And now here come Australia. Rosicky looks up. Carr. Free kick to Australia. Oh, Tunisia managed to retain possession. 20 minutes left of game number 1. Brozek! Oh, corner kick. Rosicky drifts it in. Oh, and there's a poor header. Here come Australia again, really starting to dominate the play. They need to make a count. Oh, it's off the bar. And on the rebound, maybe. Schwartz to the far post. Brozek! Surely this is going in. Oh, he can't miss and he has. I mean, how has Brozek missed? Is this game going to peter out into nothingness? Or Tunisia going to do it at the end? Surely not. Oh, it's poor from Tunisia, but they get it again, possibly on the counter. And there's the final whistle, Mike. Game number 1 ends in a 0-0. Smuts predicted it. Look at that in the end, though. Absolutely peppered them.
Yeah. That is always the way. Like I said, though, yeah, busier second half.
You definitely did. Let's have a quick look at the Tunisia stats first, just in case anyone's doing some out-of-league scouting. Noira gets man of the match, 29-year-old Tunisian defender. Put in a stellar performance alongside, let me get this the right way round, Badra, who got booked, but he did get a 9 rating as well. Proper England game 1 performance, that says Duggan. One up front, surely next says. I mean, yes, the comments are coming in already questioning the manager and his tactics. As for Australia, let's have a look what's happened here. It was actually Koku who ended up on the 9 rating, Carr dropping to an 8. Everyone else other than Benera that played to the end, rating 7 or higher. And of course, Bridges got withdrawn at half-time on a 5. Any final comments on that game, Mike, before we move on to game week 2?
No, there's nothing apart from Bridges in the first half. Yeah, and Jeffers in the second, in fairness. There's nothing too concerning. Good performance, good stats. Just noting it.
Of course, we're now going to get all the team's news. Oh, shit, someone wanted a contract. I have to go back to that one. Pozzanzini and Carr continuing the Dragons' rep on the global stage, says, of course, because World Player of the Year and FIFA Player of the Year both going to Dragons players. South Korea and Ukraine play out a 1-1 draw, so all sides in that group have 1 point after game number 1. Put the other managers. By the time you've done that, you might as well just click through. Scotland getting absolutely dicked by Germany. Japan beating Bulgaria. Romania beating Brazil. Of course. Back into Group A then. And USA beat Russia. France now beat... Does that mean all three teams are on 3 points? All 4 teams on 3 points after 2 games. What a conclusion to Group A that's going to be. Spain get off the mark. South Africa as well. Well, they got a point. That leaves Group B looking quite tight going into the final round of games as well. Sigalko has picked up Oceania Player of the Year. Well done to him. Nicholas Anelka second. Ronaldinho third. That's European Footballer of the Year. That's fine. It's got good done by Ethiopia in Mike Bassett. All the loans now starting to finish as players return to their parent clubs. Here we go again then. Australia versus South Korea. Let's start tactically. Are we keeping the A for game number 2, Mike?
Yep, I think we are.
Okay. Conditionally, everyone is fine and available. Are we making any squad alterations?
No, it's good as is, I think.
Bridges getting another chance up top?
Yep, start again, same as.
As is. Okay, lovely. Smut's already going in with a 0-0 prediction. Let's see if game number 2 can generate any more. Remember, all 4 sides in the group getting a point from game number 1. Oh, it's off the woodwork again. Australia just cannot score. What has happened? South Korea struggling to build any momentum here. Bridges, it's off target. Duggan predicting 3-1. Approaching halftime. South Korea missed their best opportunity of the game so far. And there's the goal. It's Michael Bridges with his first goal for Australia on the stroke of halftime. Was that a big fist pump in the air? What did I see?
Got a goal.
Let's just look at that again. Pozzanzini gathered up the loose ball, floated it in the area from the right. Bridges rose above Park Jin-sub to win the ball, headed it towards goal and scored. Huge moment. And looking at the stats, you would suggest deserved. A little bit more open than game number 1, but you have had the better of it.
Yeah, it's a bit more solid that half. Whether that's the home team advantage coming into it a little bit on this stage. Although would that come into it? I don't know if it does.
Well, given that you're playing in Japan, I wouldn't say so.
It's just near enough, isn't it?
Is it as close as South Korea though?
My name's first. Australia's. I don't think the game's as complicated as the tech in geographical as the crow flies.
Quick look at how South Korea are lining up. I didn't do it with Tunisia. Oh, fucking hell. For someone who's not using arrows, that must hurt your eyes.
Do you know what, though? Fair play to South Korea for going with something a bit more out of the ordinary. Something a bit
not 2-7-1.
Yeah. The 2 centre-backs run towards the touchline when you haven't got the balls interesting.
Well, they've seen how many wingers you've got.
That's a good point, isn't it? Maybe it's trying to have a go.
And now the comments coming in as well. Look here, Korean wibwop. Only one player not wibwopped. The back 5 looks like one giant name, says Dan. Let's go back to Australia, however, and have a look. I mean, that's much better ratings all round, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice and steady. Where are we?
Skipper Schwartz has dropped to 82% condition, if that's in the consideration, maybe.
Not for not for him, I don't think.
No.
Shit. If I take him out of midfield, then I'm proper stuck, aren't I?
Well, given your lack of central anything in the squad.
Exactly. But maybe we can. Maybe we can do a little. I completely forgot we're even at half time there for a minute. Right. Okay. So if we go, if you go back to the actual team, just gonna do a few moves.
Okay.
If we can put Lazy and Born Idol to bring them in to centre back. There we go.
I'm going to do the South Korea run out.
Nope. Get those arrows off my formation. Don't be so ridiculous. Who scored? Bridges scored, didn't he? If we take Schwartz off for Jalmina.
Yep.
Because I can't afford to lose Schwartz. Put Jalmina into AMC. Rosicky centre mid.
Just like that?
Yeah, with that.
Lovely. Let's go to the hour mark then and see how this plays out. 1-0 to Australia at the break. Just before half-time, and they looked to double it up just after half-time, but failed to convert. South Korea come for... Oh, fucking hell, time flies by. And we're at 65 minutes. You maintain the 1-goal advantage. Both sides have had opportunities in that second half. It's Koku again, look, with a 9 rating. He's loving life out here.
I think, yeah, well, if it's anything needs changing, just leave that as is.
You're happy to leave that as is? Lovely. Let's see if it maintains the lead. Oh, it's nearly 2. Slow it down for the final 10 minutes.
You don't need to do that.
Smuts says changing from an A to the Hydra logo. Risky. Coming up towards the last couple of minutes. Here comes South Korea, though. It's gone out for throw-in. Ball at near post. Koku gets in the way, though. One last chance, maybe. Oh, it's off the bar. Kudachini didn't move. Into injury time. And here comes South Korea again. Oh, he shot from distance. Doesn't convert. Evening Ryan, who joins us just as Australia win match day 2 to take their tally to 4 points from 2 games. That was a lot closer. Just South Korea very, very wasteful in front of goal.
Well, maybe that's the centre-backs putting them off a bit.
Possibly. Let's have a... how are we doing? So it's game 2, Ryan. No goals conceded, 1 goal scored, 4 points in the group. And Pozzanzini dug and called it. And there he is with his 9 rating and man of the match performance. Has to be said, though, Koku maintained his as well.
Yeah, they've all done. It's just not as solid, though, isn't it? There's nobody in there that's dropping the ball, really.
Playing for the manager.
They're all doing something. There's nobody that stands out as not doing it.
No, absolutely. And that leaves you nicely positioned, ready for game week 3. Let's see how Ukraine-Tunisia plays out. And that means Tunisia and Australia both on 4 points going into the last games. So as long as you avoid defeat, you qualify for the knockouts, Mike. No pressure.
It's all right. I thought we were going for the record shortest ever Super League stream anyway, weren't we? What shape does that get me on the badge for shortest stream? Is that like a, I don't know, big phallic shape on the bottom of my badge?
Well, you lose this next one badly and then it's just over. We're like, oh, well, it's been an interesting half hour. Thanks, lads. No, enjoy the Super Bowl.
Out to the World Cup, here's your duck silhouette for your badge.
Of course, we've now got to go through the motions of the game updating mid World Cup, which infuriates everybody. But it means we can have some general chit chat, Mike.
Yes. How is your chit?
Yeah, my chit is okay. Thank you. So obviously you took over at Astor towards the back end of the season, shaping up ready for the new campaign. I've purposely kind of stayed out of things as much as possible, but how's confidence ahead of the new season and the new squad?
I'm just looking forward to getting into it and playing the game with everybody. I did not think anybody else could upset people as much as Alf in transfers, but I appear to have managed that already, so that's good.
How have you found the whole transfer policy? Not so much the policy. How have you found the doing of the transfers? It's the bit that most managers enjoy, but there are a few managers just like, I can't be asked for this.
Oh, I mean, it's enjoyable doing the deals and what have you, but it's quite what's the word? It's a bit blitzkrieg, you know. I had a number of messages from at least half the league before the end.
Standard.
So I won't have any of this, you know, folk complaining about early messages and all that, because more than half the league are doing it. So, but I didn't have to message out for anybody. I didn't get a chance to, in fairness. But
no,
by the time I'd given everybody what they wanted, I was my deals were done. So that's left me no room to approach for Schmeichel for Astor.
Right, while that's updating, let's put you on the big screen so people can see your happy smiley face and your virtual background. I've been asked if this is the Q&A portion, and Smut says, who's your favourite My Little Pony character?
Applejack.
There you go. Has an answer for all of the questions prepared. That's still updating. So, yes, fire questions in for Mr. Savage. So you were saying there about how you found doing the whole transfers. Do you think you've strengthened? I mean, obviously you wouldn't do these things if you didn't, but do you feel you've strengthened Astor?
Strength's a very subjective term, innit? I have made it a lot more what I would want to play the game with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happier with it. You know, it's not to everybody's taste. You know, there's a few choice opinions knocking about certain transfers, but you know, it's a squad that I prefer to play with than what it is.
Dan says, question for Mike. If you invite 3 dead footballers for dinner, but not feed them because they're dead, who would you be inviting?
Who dead footballers? You know, I don't think I'd invite any of them. I'd only feed myself, and that'd be fine because they're all dead, so they won't be offended. So nobody gets offended there. Everybody's a winner.
Duggan next up says, Savage, any genuine love for other Super League teams? Genuine fan of any of them?
I'm a fan. There's nobody that I'm not a fan of. You know, there's no teams I dislike. So I'm going to sit on that fence because I've got to.
Okay, let me try this another way. Any genuine managers? Any managers you've got a soft spot for, or any that you think, you know what, fuck, I could do without you?
Oh yeah, loads. But yeah, none that I'm going to comment live on air.
Smut says, Mike, does Dan's obsession with dead footballers worry his family as much as it worries him?
No, because they have got properly massive bolt locks on the door, as have I. So yeah, we're all right. We're safe.
And next question from Dan: If you could eat any if you could eat any free dead footballers, what would you have as sides?
I don't know what goes best with necrotic flesh. Maybe like a nice sort of dauphinoise potatoes, something like that. Yeah, somewhat French. The French food seems like it would go well with dead people.
French food.
Yeah,
You're getting a suggestion there.
yeah, I'd go for that. Or a nice Lamborghini.
The little blue line is slowly creeping up, so let's fire a couple more questions. Did someone say potato? What are your top 3 favourite types of potato, Mr. Savage?
Oh, now this was a. See, I'm going to say something a bit controversial here.
Go on.
Because I do like a mash.
Yep.
Mash has been referred to as like the lower tier potato product, but
I disagree. If a mash is done properly, it's a league level potato.
Yeah, I think mash, hash browns, good breakfast potato, and roast is for an event potato.
Roasties for an event potato. Mr. Edwards saying triple cooked chips, his choice. Dan asking why.
Bit fancy. Bit fancy.
Why does my end of season update take 20 seconds? Probably because you're working with better tech than I am, and possibly to do with, I mean, I doubt it, but possibly to do with the fact I'm streaming at the same time, maybe. I don't know. But probably more so to do with the tech as much as anything, Dan. It would be my answer to that. But it is getting there slowly. Very, very slowly. What I might do is croquette potatoes are underrated.
Marks and Spencer's used to do a cracking croquette potato.
I mean, not someone who would shop in M&S. I wouldn't be able to comment on that.
Oh no, only when somebody's shopping for me. Yeah. If my mum, what do you want for tea? Oh, I don't know. She gets some from Marks and Spencer's. I'm not spending my own money in there.
Duggan saying streaming at the same time, defo killing the processor speed. If it takes much longer, I will kill this stream just while I process it, and then I will load a new one up. But I'm enjoying Mike's Q&A as you're being called out quite voraciously being called out for your choice of croquette.
My political allegiances are
got nothing to do with your potato choices.
No, that's disgraceful.
Can Fifey and Mike have a dance off? Probably not right now, only because Mike's not feeling his best, so it wouldn't be fair. It's Duggan asking, what is your ultimate front-to-back 11 in CM 0102? However you want to define ultimate.
It's a funny one, that, because you've all played this game way more than me. Like, people just assume that I played it like in 2002, but I didn't finish a season until I played a network save with Dan like 2 years ago. That's the first season I've ever finished. So, I've never had Taribo West, for instance, never had him in a team until I've just brought him in. And all your big names, never had them in a team. I'm usually third division Scottish, right down near bottom players. So,
like my favourite Fraser Bremner at Elgin City.
yeah, Fraser Bremner. I suppose, like everybody, I want Zidane because I want to be the one that fixes him. But aside from that, I don't really have preferred
There's-
players because I've just not managed them.
There's no fixing Zidane. Zidane is just rubbish.
Terry bullshit. Yeah, it's not great, but I want to see what all the fuss is about.
By the way, Brazil have lost both games in one of the fucking easiest groups possible.
Is that because half of their squad's in the?
Well, yeah. Let's have a
in the
look at their
Super
squad.
League, though?
Thinking that this is the Brazil squad. They still got a couple of quality players in there.
Yeah, but I mean they've got a X Factor reject as sub goalkeeper, haven't they? In Wagner.
Superb. Oh dear me. Oh, actually, let's. Oh, hang on. Is there the second update to come now? Isn't there? We'll keep going until we have to stop. Don't bother with Taribo Sav. He's shite. Definitely don't sign him on for someone good.
You know, it's almost as if that's a dig because I signed him for somebody good, isn't it?
So we are at the concluding stages of the groups. Group B concluding before Group A, and this is one that's very tight. So we've got South Africa, who need to win against Spain, who, well, they might need to win depending on what happens in the Austria-Portugal game. And Portugal win, and South Africa have qualified at Spain's expense. Fucking hell.
Telling you,
and that'll be because half the Spanish squad is in the Super League as well. Oh shit! It's weird that AI picks 22 real players and has a fourth AI goalkeeper. Group A gets prime TV slot quite clearly. Let's continue. Group A, let's just remind ourselves what's happening here. Oh, yes, of course, all four teams are on 3 points. Who are you backing here, Sav? France v USA, so it's the current top two. Russia, Paraguay?
It has to be Russia and Paraguay, doesn't it?
No,
Russia
they can't.
And USA.
Russia and USA. It's France and Russia that go through in the end. Wow. The doctor can. Oh, I'm going to have to go back to Group B to find that one out. Hang on. Spain. Where is he? It's Spain, isn't it?
I thought it was South Africa.
Oh, yeah. Let's stop being thick. He's not there. Why can't I see him?
I guess we're both wrong.
I'm sure Dan will tell us. Let's carry on.
Where is he?
Yeah, we've done this news already. Now he's well behind. He's like a week behind on news. Celtic's Taibbi has won Australian Goalkeeper of the Year. Congratulations. Runner-up was Casuals Buffon. Or Sander Westerveld came in for...
That'll go down well. What's that? Sander Westerveld came in third as the third best keeper in the league. The third, was it?
The third, yeah.
Right, wasn't it? Yeah, the third. Yeah, okay.
Ian Edwards. I was asked this the other day, actually, so I'm glad this is coming out now. Ian Edwards has won Manager of the Year. Lee Dimble coming second. Congratulations. Scalco acknowledging his manager's contribution in all of his many awards that he's getting. Apart from wants a new contract. Let's just fire that one through. Danny Invincible's recent performances have resulted in a glowing reference. Why is Danny Invincible not in the World Cup squad?
Because the reserve squad didn't pick him.
He had 15 games and 8 goals and 2 assists.
Not in my reserve games, he didn't.
Not in the ones you were scouting.
No, I won't lie. There's been mistakes made in the choosing of this squad. I'm going through it. I'm looking at Varlamov and I'm thinking, why? So, yeah, the mistakes were made, lessons were learned.
Is this not the one that Dan's talking about?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
The Doctor won't be in the Super League, will he?
The new admin team have got a lot of young players to take care of. Here we go. What did the manager of the months end up? Yeah, we can show that if you want. Hang on. Awards. Manager of the month looked a bit like this. Dimble, then the retired PR Greaves. You might remember he got sacked, so replaced by Peter Greaves. Then 2 in a row for Duggan. Dimble, Edwards, Duggan, Edwards is how. That's 5 people played the game.
Dominant,
I'm being explained the difference. Player of the months look like this. Didier Gap was first. Elias Ronaldinho, actually back. Bartes, Takinardi, Balmer, and then Toldo in May. And young player of the month, Sigalko, Van der Vaart, Pellizzoli. Sigalko won the second of 3 that season. Kerr, Ronaldinho, and Kerr. Right, back to the action. So, as we said, avoid defeat and you're through, Mr. Savage. Are we altering the tactic first and foremost? Don't think that's been picked yet, Duggan. Hang on.
No. I want to win, but the story is more important.
The story is more important. No, not been picked yet, Duggan. Story is more important. So, no tactical alterations. Are we changing any personnel?
No, I think they're all good, aren't they?
Yeah, all on 99%?
Yeah. No, leave them to it.
Leave them to it. Lovely. So, avoid defeat is the main objective, Mike. Good luck. Send your predictions in. Ukraine have started quickly, though. Looking for an early goal. My eyes are bleeding. Please change the tactic, says Ryan. Pozzini on 16 minutes. And is that the goal to ensure Australia's qualification? And Brozovic going to try a second car as well. 0-0 says Smuts. No, that's not going to be the case. Sergei Rebrov up front for Ukraine. Oh, and another opportunity wasted by Australia. Ukraine want a penalty, not given. And almost a second. Oh, this is close, but Australia just shading it. We get to half-time, Mike. You have got the lead, but Ukraine have been in the game.
Yeah, very much. Very much. Like, fairly dominant on the starts, but they are in it.
Let's just have a look at how they're playing. A 4-4-2 with arrows for Ukraine, whose side includes, who have we got here? Popov's in there. As I said, Sergei Rebrov as well in the team. Let's bring up the Australia stats, see what's going on. Only Salva rating below a 7 in the whole 11. Fitness-wise, nobody I can see there below the 86% mark.
Yeah, formation's going to have to change slightly. So if you just, for now, if you bring Salva back into AMC, Bridges, middle, Lazy and Born Idol into centres. Yeah. And then if we bring off Salva for an AMC. What do you reckon? We've got Jalmina, Asamoah.
I would bring Asamoah on and put Brozovic behind Bridges.
Oh no, Brozovic has to stay where he is.
Okay.
He has to.
Has to.
Yeah. Bring on Asamoah for Salva. I think.
Mina is being suggested by Smuts.
No, do you know what? Yeah, swap Asamoah and Brozek.
Okay.
And then and if you notice, I'll point this out because nobody else will notice. The formation is now 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now the 7-pointed star of Australia.
Lovely. Very, very nice.
Yeah. See? Always thinking.
Always thinking. Let's see if these alterations just make it a little bit more solid. Oh, it's nearly 2 for Australia straight from the break. Asamoah getting involved nice and early. His first outing in this World Cup. Koku gets booked. He and Schwartz in the referee's notebook at this point. 63 on the clock. Still 1-0. And all looking rosy for the knockout stages, Mike.
Yeah, no need to mess with any of that. Just leave that as it is.
We continue on. And still Australia look the more likely at this point. 78 currently on the clock. Oh, another fine save. And there it is. It's Posazini again on 80 minutes. And that must be it now. Australia are through. Oh, arguably one of the men of the tournament so far picks up a knock. Nightmare situation.
Yeah, didn't need that. It'll be Pizzotto.
Pizzotto coming on. There's Dan Look, The Art of Tactics by Mike Savage. And there's the final whistle. And there's Duggan taking full credit. Oh, I just realised I didn't put the thing back on. I do apologise. There we go. Make it look nice and pretty for the viewers at home. But a huge win for Australia as they go unbeaten. Didn't concede a goal in the group, but still finished second because of Tunisia's goal difference after they won their final game 3-0. But 7 points, Mike, from the group. You must be quite happy with that.
Yeah. Can't argue with that, can you?
Absolutely not. Argentina topped the group, Group D. 7 points as well. Turkey qualifying, Poland and Senegal go home. Brazil, Argentina and South Africa have submitted bids, mainly because their squad's too shit to qualify. 2 weeks he's going to be out for. Huge loss. Group E looks like this then. Cameroon are out, but Italy, Denmark and Ireland. So Italy will almost certainly qualify. Denmark and Ireland in the shootout for second. And it is Italy and Denmark who qualify. Group F, similar situation. Brazil out. It's between Nigeria, Ecuador and Romania. Ecuador and Nigeria go through despite Nigeria losing to Brazil. And then Group H, Germany already qualified. Costa Rica, Scotland are playing China. They need to win. Costa Rica need to avoid defeat. And Scotland could only draw with China. So Costa Rica qualify alongside Germany. Group G, Japan playing Bulgaria? No. It's a shame. Saudi Arabia go through. Bulgaria are out because of Japan drawing 0-0 with Honduras.
It's all the major countries that have gone through, isn't it?
That's what happens when all of their players are in the Super League. So we've got the second round draw. France, South Africa, Argentina versus Australia. Suddenly it gets serious, Mike. Italy, Nigeria, Germany, Japan, Portugal, Russia, Tunisia, Turkey, Ecuador, Denmark, and Saudi Arabia. Costa Rica. European Eagle, by the way, says Ryan. What do you make of the Argentina draw, Mike?
I mean, look at the list of teams that are in that draw.
It's the worst looking second round ever.
Look at, but and then I draw Argentina, who I might be wrong. I think they might be leading scorers so far.
Still got Gustavo Lopez. They scored 9 goals in their 3 games.
Don't think anybody's topped that yet.
Who else? The Bass is there.
Basadas.
Who else is in that squad? No, I mean it doesn't look that scary again, mainly because most of their players are in the Super League. Let's stand. Look, Argentina B isn't that bad. Let's crack off. France beat South Africa, and now we come to Argentina versus Australia. So we know Koku is out. Are we altering the tactic against the top goal scorers in the competition?
Yeah, I think it needs to move to the Australian star for the.
Is that the other one you sent me?
For the foreseeable. No, that was somewhat
so
secret.
That was like this, wasn't it?
Right? Yeah, but yeah. Be Pozzotto starting instead of Coco.
Rosicky on 88%, Brozek 87%. Is that in the considerations at all?
Nah, flog them. We've got subs. We've got subs for half time if they're knackered.
Who takes Pozzotto's place on the bench? Let's please get your predictions in for Argentina versus Australia in the second round World Cup fixture.
Cam Fui.
Who? Where? Oh, yes, of course. My apologies.
Sorry, if my pronunciation may have been off there. It might have,
No. It's almost certainly me. I generally can't pronounce half the players' names, and I make up what I think they sound like. So I always call him Campuis.
Go with Campuis.
Rosie just said her first word, Laysans. Love that. Right, let's go to kickoff. And this is how Argentina line up. Oh, fucking hell. What do you make of that, Mike?
Oh, I've just realised as well, we didn't change the AMC either. It's still what's
Salva.
His name, isn't it?
It's still Salva, yeah.
Fuck. I mean, oh dear.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Right. Can we just before kick-off then, can we move Salva up front?
Put him back up front?
Along Bridges. Yeah, leave it like that, and then I'll
tinker at half-time.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yep. Then we are good.
Let's go. Good luck, Mike. Second round against Argentina. Australia have started well. They've hit the crossbar against the free-scoring Argentinians. Oh, it's a glorious chance. Oh, and Australia, they need to make one of these count. It looks like it's all the Kangaroo boys. It's all the Socceroos. Oh, Bridges goes in the book for a bit of descent. 2 minutes to be added on at the end of the half. Oh, Cudicini makes a save. And the halftime comes 0-0. That looked, Mike, a fairly entertaining half. Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Oh, I've just got a terrible feeling we're going to regret not taking some of them chances. I don't do good first halves, so that's really worrying for me.
Stats wise, no one below a 6. You've got 3 players on a 6. One of those is Michael Bridges, who's the only player in the referee's notebook. Fitness wise, Rosicki, who we mentioned at the start, he's dropped to 81. Brozek is on 79. All things for you to consider. I can see you are slightly concerned at the way that our first half panned out, though, Mike.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not how my first halves usually go. That's what's concerning.
Let's just remind ourselves. Let's just remind ourselves. So it's golden goal, extra time if scores are level after 90 minutes, and then penalties. If I remember right, I'm sure it was either Dan or possibly Dimble told me this was the only World Cup where golden goal was used because they then realised it was a stupid fucking idea.
I like it. I like a golden goal.
No, fucking shit golden goal.
That's that trepidation, doesn't it?
No, it's fucking shit. I'm still not over Fulchester knocking me out the playoffs seasons ago with a fucking golden goal.
Scrap extra time. Scrap extra time.
Straight to pens.
Scrap second legs, all that crap. Just go straight to golden goal. First game. Whoever scores wins. It's
old school kids in the park. Next goal wins.
Yeah. It's a bit gladiatorial, isn't it? You might end up with a 6-hour game. It's
fucking run them into the ground.
Yeah.
Smut saying Laurent Blanc, first ever golden goal scorer, he believes. Are we making any, before we get down the rabbit hole of extra time, replays and golden goals, are we doing anything at halftime, mate?
Yeah. Bridges is coming off.
Is that for Franny?
No, Asamoah.
Okay.
Asamoah to AMI, Brozek to AMC, like we did before.
Dan makes a good point. Fifey doesn't like golden goal, but is happy with a wheel. Hey, I still stand by the fact that the wheel is one of the greatest additions to the Super League during my chairmanship.
It's the wheel readily available.
The wheel's been offered to the new owners of the Super League, but they don't seem as interested in using it.
We could use it to pick the subs at 60 minutes.
So
that's
the only change, yeah? Lovely. Let's see how this plays out then. 45 minutes remains of this second round tie. Oh, there's another opportunity wasted. Still looks like Australia are the better side as we reach the hour mark. And another opportunity goes by. Look at Salva there on a 9. Initially, he wasn't even in the squad, Mike.
Who's that?
Salva, because we dropped into AM. We were going to drop into AM. He wasn't going to play. But now he's on a 9.
True. He must have overheard.
How much do you want to win this in 90 minutes, or are you considering golden goal and penalties?
Yeah, I don't want to stray from my. Don't want to stray from my Australian-themed formations. Nobody's super low, are they? It's like 75 Rose, 77 Rosicki. No, just leave it till 90. Nobody's too low.
We carry on then. See if they can get this ball over the line. Argentina waste an opportunity. Mike's delighted that I've slowed this down. He absolutely hates it when I slow this down. Here comes the Bass. And it's Pellegrino. Asamoah, though, gets in the way and Australia retain possession. And are they going to do a late job on Argentina? Or are Argentina going to do it on Australia? Referee goes to his pocket. Lazans is off. Australia are down to 10. In the 88th minute of the game. Oh, Mike, here's where you earn your money, sir.
Dan, I'm blaming Rosie for that. I I think Bonera to just centralise him a bit.
Just one at the back.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, that's how we are.
That is how Australia play with 10 men. One at the back. Free kick. 2 minutes to be added on. And it's all Argentina now. Oh, the header's awful. And it's end of 90 minutes, Mike, as Dan reacts to Lezansk being the man to get sent off. Saying one at the back. Love to see it. So you now have things to consider, sir, because it is golden goal. You have absolutely battered Argentina and failed to score. Still 2 substitutes available if you'd like to use them. Plenty of players dipping into the 70. In Brozek, I believe that says 65% fitness.
He's going to have to change, eh?
Is it Torsten Fring's time? He can play everywhere, remember?
True, very true. Torsten Frings.
Duggan's saying it's Jeffers' time. In capital letters.
He's very one-dimensional, though, isn't he?
And suddenly, Ryan's saying as well that there's a lot of pressure coming from the chat for Jeffers. And suddenly, this is what we've said all along. People think this is a 20-year-old game, but it suddenly becomes very serious, doesn't it, Mike?
It's very serious. What's the team stats like? What's he been up to, Salva?
1 second. Like here?
Yeah.
He's seen plenty of the ball. He's had a fair few shots.
I can't sub Salva for
Salva Bolesta AMC, says Ryan. Smuts again calling for Jamina to come on. Dan saying Brozek looks dead.
Brozek does look
Get rid
dead.
of the wide AM, says Ryan. They're all calling for change, but you're the man in charge, Mike.
The Australian formation, it's either an A or it's a 6-pointed star because one fell off. That one wasn't my fault.
Tato's saying 18. I'm not sure what I've missed there. Do you protect it and aim for penalties? Do you go for goals and risk being caught? Salva being a kangaroo, says that.
I think.
Oh,
but Brozek's going to have to come off because he's going to die. I think it's going to have to be. Here it is. First game of the the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan Solakovic.
On for Brozek.
On for Brozek.
Okay. You have got one more sub available if you wish to use it. Or you're saving Franny for penalties.
Well, I think you have to, don't you? Because Scenes, if he scored the winning penalty. No, I'll leave that as that.
Tato saying if only had a quality striker available who could actually header the ball.
Well, if only the AI reserve team manager had picked him for the freaking teams.
rather than a fella named after mouth liquids.
Gosh.
Justice for Francis, that's right. Is that all we're doing at this stage?
Yeah. What's point playing for a draw here? It's the World Cup, isn't it?
What they were trying to point out was 18 headers from Salva, 8-1.
Hey, but he's having a go, isn't he?
He's having a go. Right, let's carry on. Golden goal, remember. This is pressure. Is the stream coming to an end, or do Australia carry on the ambition? Here they come. Oh, but it's defended well by Argentina. Remember, Australia playing with just one at the back. And here come Argentina. Shoved by substitute Selakovic. In comes the free kick. And here's a chance, but Schwartz gets in the way. The skipper doing his job. Oh, there's one more chance before halftime, extra time. And it's all Argentina, but it's over the bar. Oh, Mike. Oh, it's getting a little bit tense, this, Mike. There's drizzle. 70,000 people in attendance. Are we making one last change? You're on mute at the minute.
20 headers.
He's on a 9 rating, though. Look at him.
I know. He's not coming off. Bugger that for a game of soldiers. Right, who've we got? Switch to formation again. Sorry, I can't.
Yeah, no worries. And I'll bring up the condition as well there, just to point out. Rosicky 66, Carr 69. Do you want my input?
Go on. Yeah, go on.
So looking at that, I would swap Carr and Asamoah, and then Carr and Selakovic, and then Carr and Salva, and then put Franny Jeffers up front.
Fucking hell, that's a lot of changes.
It's keeping your formation and just going even more attacking. We've got comments coming in. Ryan saying drop him to AMC.
Yeah.
Teo saying get Selakovic off, fucking joker. It's only just come on. And Dan pointing out Rosicky is maybe not at his most healthy right now.
No.
Oh, it's tough, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah. Well, we want to win the game, don't we?
We do.
We do. We want to win the game.
We want the stream to continue. Everyone's invested now.
So, what are we? Jeffers is coming on for Rosicky.
Oh, he's given in to the pressure. Jeffers is on.
No, Jeffers was always in the plans.
He came on in the first game.
Salva back to AMC, putting 4 across AM.
Oh, okay, sorry, yeah. So a bit like this.
Yeah. Jeffers up front and Schwartz in the middle.
Like that?
That's the one. Yep. Go big, go home.
We got Rosicky off of Franny and 2 up top. Upside down 7-point stars, says Smuts. Duggan delighted to see Jeffers getting on the pitch. Are we sticking with this, sir? Is this how we play out the second round?
Yeah, that's how we go. 3 people.
I'll tell you, that fucking diamond there is brave as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, but look at the quality you've got there.
Wow, right.
Well, I'm not playing for a draw. I'm not playing for penalties.
Clearly not playing for a draw. Let's do this. 15 minutes left before penalties, or will we see a golden goal? Benera, Asamoah, Jeffers, Selakovic. Oh, and Jeffers is fouled. Free kick awarded, which Selakovic takes, deflects off the wall, and Argentina clear. Benera, all on his own in defence, doing a wonderful job. But here come Argentina again. Benera with another block. Benera's booked. Corner kick, 5 minutes to play. Oh, and Argentina miss it. Selakovic now. And Argentina on the counter. Oh, the match has got to penalties. Benera on his own gets man of the match.
I mean, I left 6 out of 9 outfield players up front. I'm not quite sure how more attacking I can be.
So now we find out, sir. Are you one for picking penalty takers or letting the computer decide?
I am not. But Jeffers is already on penalty 5.
So we've got love this. Go ahead, Savage. You've got to, when somebody say, I don't want to compromise my principles. Ryan saying Jeffers pen 5.
Yeah, I don't think I've.
No, he's saying you probably should.
No, where's the fun in that?
Smut saying to the wheel.
I'm disappointed not to have been involved in that.
What, a wheel
The wheel
shootout?
penalty shootout. No, I think just leave all them as is.
We're leaving them as is. So it'll be Salva, Psotto, Solakovic, Pozzanzini, Jeffers.
Jeffers bringing it home.
Jeffers bringing it home. Well, you're a brave man, Mike. Let me wish you the very best of luck. You've played just over half an hour with 10 men against Argentina and taken them to penalties. Here we go. Argentina go 1 up. Here comes Salva. And he scores! 1 apiece. Next up for Argentina is Balbo. And he's put it wide! Huge opportunity for Australia. Pissotto scores! 2-1 to the Socceroos. Does the dream continue? Upstairs, Berizzo, who missed a number of opportunities in the game, scores from the spot. Lots of comments coming in, but I can't keep up. Here comes Selakovic. He scores. It's 3-2. Duggan commented that I put it on slow. Steve saying Salva headed his penalty in. Cagner runs up to take it. He scores. Please speed it up a smidge. No. Where are we? Pozzanzini. Oh, he's put it over.
Oh, Duggan. What?
Navas. Oh, it's saved by Cudicini. Australia win if Jeffers scores.
Got me.
Jeffers!
Yes! Go on, son.
Jeffers! Come on! The dream lives on. Come on. Where's my God? There he is.
He's back.
Have you got
You
the
are
chat?
Jeffers, son.
So have you got this on big screen or have you got the chat up as well?
It's a bit of a mix.
So in the chat, from that moment, let me just show you what happened. So this was Pozzanzini missing. Steve Wright jumping in just as you said, Duggan. And then here comes Franny. Franny says Tato, and then yes, and everyone just laughing.
Beautiful.
Oh, superb. Tato saying, please play a decent fucking formation in the next games.
No, I fucking won't. Back to the air yet.
Unbelievable Jeffers. You've got Dragons, fuck it and seal it. Glorious. Tato saying, let's see you actually try and win for fuck's sake. Super Bowl kicks off in 6 minutes. Fuck that, says Duggan. Here for the Franny, says Dimble. I'm only here for the Franny. Cudicini of Haggis, second best keeper in the league. And Dimble's an absolute Franny magnet. How do you feel coming away from that game with victory on penalty shootout?
I'm not so much a big fan of the penalty part. But, 22 headers. 22 headers.
Absolutely solid. Westerveld of Haggis only third. Dan's pointing out. Germany.
Maybe he wasn't around for the earlier.
He
the
wasn't.
Early
Who are you back in, Germany or Japan?
Yeah, it's got to be Japan.
Let's have a quick look at who have Germany got left in their squad. Metzelder's there. George Alberts. Janka. They still got half a decent squad there.
Yeah, Ben Lick in centre mid.
Japan. Still got Ono. Nakata's there as well. It's a different one, obviously. Japan did beat Germany to go through. I've gone again. Super Bowl time. Go on, savage lad. Dan pointing out no goals conceded in 4 now. Giant Jeffers statue plant, says Ryan. Italy, Nigeria.
It's got to be Nigeria.
No, it was Italy, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Germany looks like my Mega Horse squad from Swem, says Dan. Oh, dear me. I've enjoyed this so far. I need a drink, but I don't want to leave it. I just don't want to leave it. It looks like it's national anthem time in the Super Bowl. JJ Kocher has left Paris Saint-Germain. Thomas Helveg has left Milan. It's all going on. Do you want to belt out the American national anthem for those who've got you on as well as the Super Bowl, Mike?
Can't. I'm having a mind blank as to what it actually is.
No, that's France, isn't it? Fucking hell.
Kazakhstan is no, it's not that.
It's about Stars and Stripes and the home of the brave.
Oh yeah. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? Somewhat, yeah.
Portugal knock out Russia 3-2 in an entertaining game. Saudi Arabia versus Costa Rica. Fucking hell. I think Smuts put this earlier, but this really would be the game that you would be happy to be on at 10 in the morning while you're at work and you're not actually watching it. Star Spangled Savage, says Smuts. Costa Rica, it is knocking out Saudi Arabia. Ecuador knocking out Denmark.
Bit rough, so I'm a bit out of pitch. You understand?
But of course, Ecuador knocking out Denmark. Is that the last game of the second round? It is. Let's have a look at the quarter-final draw. France versus Australia. Italy versus Japan. Portugal, Turkey, and Ecuador, Costa Rica. You are getting a tough draw if you're going to win this. Pascal Sigan there in the French squad alongside Jokaev, Robert. Sylvain Wiltord is there. Steve Marley, William Gallas, Frank Leboeuf. It's a decent French outfit, that, Mike.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I think Turtle was just asking about the decent international sides.
Yeah, Tato, what you got to remember is all the international sides have been ripped of players in the Super League, so they've all got shit squads. Japan knock Italy out on penalties. Ecuador versus Costa Rica is another Thursday morning game. Here we go then. France versus Argentina. We've got Lezan suspended. Koku still injured. We've got 3 players a yellow card away from missing the semi-final. What do you do here, Mr. Savage?
What's Koko's injury?
He's out for a week with a thigh strain.
That's pretty low, that, isn't it?
Taylor said, surely their backups are better than some of these gimps, though, Australia included. Do you want to have a quick look just at the conditions? So everyone's in decent shape other than Koku, really.
Yeah.
That is the current tactic.
Just needs a replacement centre-back.
And you tweaked Salva last time as well.
Yeah, I think swap Salva and Bridges round.
Is Bridges staying in the team or is he coming out?
Bridges will come out for Asamoah.
And then you want to swap him with Brozak, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
So that means your team currently looks like that. Salva is going to lead the line in the quarter-final.
Yeah.
Justice for Jeffers will be called again after he scored the winning penalty.
It's not ideal losing Lozotto either.
I mean, is it time for the East Coast defender to come in?
I think I'm going to...
Or a Nopko, who did lead the side out at one point.
Yeah, I'm going to go for an Opco, I think.
Nopko. You do have a substitute opportunity available as well. No place for Bridges or Kobiashvili currently.
Varlamov.
Ryan's saying shite. I'm not sure if that's to the Super Bowl or to some of the choices you've made. Tato's saying AMC all day, Salva, but he is leading the line against the French. Are you happy with that team, sir?
Yep. It's giving yourself options, isn't it?
It is about.
He's been doing well. He's been doing well up front, so I'm not one to argue.
Well, you can't argue with this, can you?
22 headers. Put him up against a short side and 22-0, that, isn't it?
Yeah, but unfortunately he's about to get man-marked by Frank Leboeuf.
That's the bloke with a bag on his head, isn't it?
Right, are we definitely sure this is the team for the quarterfinal?
Yeah, good to go with
that. Let's go. Mike should sing Down Under the way Peter Griffin does before this match.
I can't remember all of it. New Hyundai. Yeah, don't remember it. Don't remember it. So what about a new Hyundai? That's about it.
Right, please get your predictions in for France versus Australia.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at me and my
new Hyundai. Yeah.
Right, let's speed the commentary up again. 0-0 again, says Smuts. Let's see what happens here. 4-0, says Tato. I'm presuming that's to France, the way he's written it. Australia with the first chances of the game, but France are playing their way back into it. Pozzini goes in the book. I think that means he's suspended for the semi-final. Was he one of the three? Schwartz gets booked as well. Or you might, if you manage to navigate this one, so you might be missing some players in the semi.
We don't need to worry about that just yet.
So it was Benera, Schwartz, and Bridges. So Schwartz will be missing the semi should you qualify. Match stats wise, France have created absolutely nothing thus far. Tato says Jokaev to be the match winner here. Tato's got a very anti-Savage.
He has a bit, hasn't he?
Ryan's gone to begging. Please change the formation, Mike, please.
Nothing wrong with this formation.
It's got you so far. Fairly average ratings, though.
In fact, if I hadn't lost Coco and what's his face, Lazens was, weren't it? If I hadn't lost both those left-sided players, we'd be back at the A for Australia by now. So small mercies.
Tato's pointed out that he's here at 11:34 on a Sunday night. Yeah, and you're loving it, aren't you, Tato? Let's be honest. What we're thinking then, half-time, 3 shots, none on target, Mike, but France have created nothing. Schwartz now suspended for the semi, should you get there. Lots of players on 6s.
Yeah, but there's nobody that's embarrassing himself will go on to 60. We
go to 60. Huge fan of Laura Woods, by the way. Just switched over to ITV. Are you suggesting that I don't offer the? Do I not offer the same level of presenting capabilities as Laura Woods?
I don't think it's that. I just think Laura Woods has maybe got. How do we put that on a acceptable way these days?
Like this.
Maybe he just finds. Class.
Oh, sorry.
Genuinely no, sir. No, I was gonna. Yeah, that'll be the reason why. Yeah.
Right, let's go to 60. Schwartz is off. Oh, we got 10 men again. Fucking hell. But Mike's looking to the
We only need 10 men.
Mike's going to try and win the World Cup with just 10 men.
Yeah, just move Rosicky central.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. If only there were an impactful attacking option to bring on. Originally a Cameroonian one, maybe. Woods has an excellent voice. Yeah, I appreciate I don't have the best voice for presenting, but it's the only one I've got, Tater. Right, well, that did well. You managed to keep 11 men on the pitch for about 11 seconds into the second half. Oh, fucking hell, Asamoah's picked up an injury now.
Fucking brilliant. What's that, Ryan? Get rid of the wide AMs, please.
Yeah, there it is. Get rid of the wide AMs, please. So, what do we do now? Brozek back out to the right. Salva AMC. Franny Jeffers getting a run out.
I think maybe Brozek back out to the right. Make sure we make sure we retain those wide AMs. And
he said, please again.
And bring Jeffers on for Asamoah and move him up front two.
Going two up top. Like that?
That's the one.
The 171
overalls.
I feel like some arrows might help, says Tato.
You mentioned about people like, dying on the rock and all that jazz.
Duncan's saying it's Franny time.
No arrows.
Oh, dear me. 10 men, no arrows, two up top. Fucking loving this, Mike. Let's keep going.
All for Oz.
And we've reached the hour mark. Nothing else has happened, don't worry. It's just the hour mark.
Yeah, I thought we were proper done then.
So there's your conditions. No one below 80 at this juncture. Match ratings have improved slightly.
Yeah, I'm not fussed with any of that. Just crack on with that.
Crack on. Lovely. Let's do so then. Oh, and there's the chance. And then 20 minutes goes by with nothing happening at all. Salva wins the header. Oh, but France managed to smother it away. And here they come. But Pasotto picks up, and it's Salva. Goal kick to France, though. 2 minutes only to be added on. Flags up. Jeffers was offside. Shorkaev. It's still Shorkaev. He shoved it. It's a free kick. And that goes over the bar into injury time. And he's Luchin. Free kick. Shorkaev. Still Shorkaev. But an excellent tackle. And we get... Here we go again. Golden goal time with 10 men. Here are the Australia stats up to this point. Smut saying 5 games, 3-0-0s, and this is still fantastic. 2 subs still available to you, sir. Would you like to alter proceedings at all?
Don't think.
like the fucking Greek Euros win this, innit? But with worse
players.
If half of this Australia squad is not first team players after this World Cup adventure, I'm going to be bitterly disappointed.
No, I don't think there's any changes.
No changes? Rosicky has dropped to 74 again. A couple of players actually dropping into the 70s mark. No changes for the first half?
No, won't tinker.
Let's continue on then. Quick look at the match stats. France still just the 1 shot on goal. But it's been a tight, cagey affair. Here's Jeffers. Brozek. Still Brozek. Gallas gets in the way. And then Rosicky picks it up. Ryan said please again. And here comes Shorkaev. Rosicky could be in trouble. Oh no, Rosicky was last man! Down to 9 men! Okay,
We
Mike.
only need 9 men.
What are we doing now? Still got 2 subs available. You got 9 men on the pitch. I mean, I am enjoying this big circle you're now playing with.
It's pretty nice, isn't it?
Just nothing in the middle of the pitch at all. Rox is here. Evening, mate. Need some discipline. Bring on Chalmina.
What's the conditions like?
The conditions, sorry, mate. Let me just click on that for you. Smut's asking, is there an option to add more attacking wide midfielders?
No.
There's Tato. Look at the giant O.
As much as I want to just play on with that giant O.
You can't, surely.
Can I?
now look at Ryan. Live by the sword.
See me. My mind says.
My mind's telling me no.
I'm done. I can't laugh. No, fuck it. We're going with the O for Oz.
We're not going with the O. Fuck off.
Fucking going with the O for Oz. Get it clicked.
Oh no.
Okay. Yes, Ryan. Yes. O for Oz.
Right. Okay. No changes. 4 minutes from half-time extra time. No way. Jeffers. Oh. Half-time. Oh, dear me. Here we go. O is for Oz. Way. My mind's telling me no, but my body's covered in pee-pee. 8 wide men, says that.
In fairness, I do actually need the toilet, so I don't mind if we get knocked out.
Well, you could go at the end of this, even if you go through, and I'll carry on clicking through. But what are we doing? Are we making any changes? You've still got 2 subs. 15 minutes before penalties. Pozzanzini is booked. Is it worth risking going down to 8 men?
How's Pozzanzini been playing?
Sorry?
How's Pozzanzini been playing? Can you just have a quick check?
Stats? There he is.
Oh, he's on a yellow as well, isn't he? He's next one to go, isn't he?
Moses parted the Red Sea, Savage parted the Great Eight of Oz.
I might bring Pozzanzini off. No, what am I talking about? No, roll on. Or for us. Yeah, live, like I said, live by the sword.
Here we go then. Fuck it out. The minutes are ticking by. 5, 4, 3. Oh, are they going to do it? No way, surely. Carr. Still Carr. All on his own. Oh, no. Surely not now. Shulkaev! Oh, no! No way! I blame Tato. Fucking Tato said Shulkaev, last kick of the game. And Shulkaev has knocked Australia out. Oh, it's a sickener. It's an absolute sickener. Fuck off, Tato. Boo! Oh.
Fucking hate the French.
Duggan is not happy. Is Savage real, or is it just 5 feet affection?
That is harsh. Oh, for out.
Oh, it's for out.
Oh, ouch. Always for ouch.
Oh, that's a sickener. Absolute sickener. Oh. I'm beginning to think Savage is just a Minecraft model of 5 feet. O is for obvious. Needed more wide AMs to Smuts.
What are you going gonna
Oh
do?
man, I'm gutted for you.
What are you gonna do?
Absolute shit, that.
Yes, that's the game for you, isn't it?
Can
I think,
Jeffers has not had a shot on goal.
just one of them, innit?
Oh,
It is
mate.
what it is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. You didn't want to win it, says Tato.
Sometimes they just don't go in, do they?
Otherwise, you would have tried to win it.
I mean, in fairness, I've been knocked out there in the what we quarterfinals. Is that not the first goal that I've conceded?
Yep.
So I've been knocked out in the quarterfinals by the first goal that I've conceded. So in fairness, I don't think there's anything.
Oh, there's no shame in it.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with the formations. They've done the job, haven't they? Done the job, made it entertaining. It's all good.
It wasn't to be on this occasion, I'm afraid, Mike. You gave it a very good go. We've had a good hour and 40 minutes or so of entertainment, and we can only thank you for the ride you've taken us on with this Australia team. I'm sure there are players that people have now fallen in love with all over again because of what you've got out of them. And I look forward to I'm going to hospital. What? Played Sav.
Hopefully not as a result of anything we've done.
No, I fucking hope not. Very enjoyable, says Tato. Expect this formation in the small horse in the near future. Mike, it's been a wild ride. Like I say, I hope that we see a lot of these players getting first team football. You've shown what can be done with a little bit of creativity and imagination. Pathetic ending, but very fun nonetheless, says Tato. Before going up the Sav, Savage out.
Yeah. Well, that's my last game as Australian manager, of course.
It is indeed. You've captured the imagination, though, of the crowd, I think, who perhaps when we first started this little experiment didn't treat the Wizard of Oz challenge too seriously. And I think now maybe you've inspired a few to say, if I can't get into the Super League, I'd quite fancy a crack at this and see if I could go one better. What would you say to anyone as an aspiring Australian manager?
Do you know, it's a good laugh. Just take it as it is. It is a good laugh, and it's a very good introduction to the league. In fairness, maybe people should have to manage Australia before they can manage
before they get a job.
Before they get a club, but it's just a really good laugh, as long as you don't take it seriously enough.
Just as you say that, Tato says, Fifey, you need to take that gig and take it seriously.
I am sure if the national team's taken in the next, into next season and what have you.
Believe me, I do know that the incoming. I don't know what you call them, but the incoming group of officials in charge of the Super League, I do know that the Australia adventure will continue.
Yeah, I think it should. It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh, but I'm sure whoever does it next will do their own thing with it.
But whoever it is, I don't think they'll be half as entertaining as you. Rest up, Mike. Feel better soon. Thank you very much for coming on and for, like I say, taking us on one hell of a ride with this band of misfits.
Oh, been a pleasure.
Thank you all for joining us as well. I'll take it if Pfeiffer doesn't want it, says Dan. Given the next 3 seasons of playing American Samoa, could give it to literally fucking anyone. And then Tato says, give it to Rocks. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be for the Socceroos, but it's certainly given people food for thought going into the future. Tomorrow, the save gets handed over to #Steerco, and the next season of the Super League is on the way. I'll still be involved every other Sunday night, and I look forward to hosting it then. Mike, good luck with Asta. Good luck to all the managers. We'll see you again soon. But for the final time, for the hashtag Wizard of Oz challenge. 5 for your mic out. Good night.
Good evening.